Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the back office. I was going to show you my siliconing video, but this is a little addendum, another little spare little video that we're going to make just on this one. Just to show you, I had a little bit of spare silicone left, which is now on my elbow. Be careful where you put your hands. And I had this Catboy figure that my son really likes, and he's sitting with me actually, and we're going to see if we can extract Catboy from here, and then we can actually make a clone of his head. Really, we're gonna make Catboy. So we have to be very.
Daddy, I don't want you to break him.
Don't worry, he won't be broken. Don't worry at all. I'm just going to be very gentle first to see if there's any way he'll come out of the mould by pulling it. On the instructions they say that you should be able to extract the item, but this resin I'm using is way too hard for that. So I think the best way is just to sort of cut it. And I've sort of learnt a tip. If you remember before, I made another mould and I just sort of cut in a sort of very linear straight down. That's fine, but it's kind of hard to line up. It does line up pretty perfectly when you do, but it's awkward. And someone, I think Jared Rebo, multi-rotor guy, gave me a tip which is basically saying, okay Theo, let's do this, is to cut it.
What's in there? Careful
now, Daddy's cutting. Cut it a little bit more sort of jaggedy, you know, see like that, where I'm making it a bit more jagged, so that way when you go to sort of fit these bits together, you've got a bit more of an interesting interface for them to sort of interlock. So there's all our various cuts. Let's see, I'm not sure if I'm right through yet. Oh, there he is, it's coming out. So I have ordered some scalpel blades. They haven't arrived yet, as you can probably guess, but that's probably the best way of getting through something right to the inner bits. Just gonna cut off some of those little tendrils. See right there. We're nearly there. And what's going to be inside here, Theo?
Catboy.
Catboy. Not Cat Noir.
Yeah, I want a toy of Cat Noir, but I don't got one.
Why don't you make a toy of Cat Noir then?
I don't know how to.
You don't know how to?
Yeah.
Well, I think this is a way how. There we go. I think we're almost there now. Just one last piece. Just got to put one last kind of cut here to clean that bit on the top. God, this knife is so blunt. Oh.
What is that?
That's silicone.
What's
Can you move your finger? Oh, I think it's gone into a... That's the problem, is it actually had gone into a screw hole there. That's why it's a bit tricky to remove. Right, let's get this bit here. Oh, that's his ears. There's the screw hole. There's another screw hole. Look at those. You get so much detail of the screw holes.
Oh wow, look, the screw holes are on here.
Okay, gentle, gentle. And then we take this bit off his face, and there he is. There's Catboy. Catboy is safe. But careful, careful, don't mess this too much.
Wow!
What do you see?
Catboy.
So if we put these two pieces together, we can make another Catboy head. So the next stage now, of course, is to make another Catboy head. So we need to get these two pieces held together nicely. And unfortunately, I was a bit cutty with the thing that I moulded it in, which was some Huel scoops. So I could go and find a couple more Huel scoops and get that going. But I'm just going to position these old ones out like a jig. You know, get them in there. God, actually it doesn't really want to fit anymore. Let's get that lined up. Because it's a very thin sidewall now, you've got to be a bit careful. Usually, you know, you obviously make them a lot thicker. Maybe not quite as thick as this. This is ridiculously thick. But certainly this is flimsy enough that if there's any sort of misalignment, you're going to get problems with it. So actually something I think could be useful is, let's just cut out these screw holes. We don't really need those. There we go. This is the fun of these of resin crafting. You can just make these mods Yeah, we don't need those. We don't need those holes. I'll just cut away this little flippy floppy bit here.
Mom, Daddy, don't cut his face out.
Don't cut his face out?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it once it's done? What do you want to do with it?
I don't know.
You're going to paint it?
No, I like it grey.
You like it grey?
Yeah, and we do that one. Then we'll do another one.
You'll do another one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get some sellotape.
Ah, I thought you were going to get a knife.
Get a knife? Alright, I'm not going to get a knife. Just going to get some sellotape.
What are you going to do with that? And you're going to put sticky tape?
I'm going to hold this kind of together, and I'm doing it really badly. So there's going to be quite a big gap between the two. Yeah. Right. So let's just mix up some resin and fill it all up. Okay, let's mix. Has head size amount of resin. And we'll mix a head size
What is that?
amount of catalyst.
What do you say?
These are the chemicals that will go when they're mixed into making the head, okay?
Okay.
Ready? Shall I do it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have long to mix them because they go off really quickly.
Is that 100 thing? There's 100 on it.
Just realising there's quite a good opportunity for this to go make a bloody mess, because it's liquid resin going into a mould that's kind of cracked.
I'm
going to fill it right up anyway.
Season 8!
Let it sit right there. So let's leave it for a while and we'll come back and see what happens. It's been about a minute in and the resin's going white and it gets really hot. Just to show you, it's actually melted the plastic containers. Yes, of course you can see. Look, what colour's that?
White.
White. That means it's getting harder already. So it'll probably take less than an hour, to be honest, but take an hour for it to cure when it's sort of cooled down. So we say an hour. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. That's looking pretty hardened. I did put a bit on this lump of 3D print earlier just so I could act as a test, but yeah, it's not set for sure. It's not like rock solid set, but it's definitely set enough we can probably get it out of the mould. Super duper quick. They do say an hour, so I am jumping the gun a bit. Actually, I see a bit of juice in there. So I might regret this because it might not be enough. Let's just go ahead.
I couldn't find them.
You couldn't find your cat boy?
Yeah.
Oh no. Don't worry, I'm going to take it out anyway. It would have been nice to find your cat boy so we could compare it. But let's see how well it came out.
Is it hard?
It is hard. So I actually overfilled it because I thought it'd be nice to have a little bit of a base. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So I'm going to be reasonably gentle. I'm just going to pick off this excess now because I don't want it to interfere with the sort of separating of the mould. Theo, we have to let it sit for a while, okay?
Why? I don't want to.
Because it takes an hour. And it's not going to be hard enough yet. I don't want you to touch it till it's properly.
No, I want it now.
Okay, but it might be poisonous. Right, let's see. There we go. No release agent necessary. I'm going to be super gentle because remember this silicone wall on this is so thin. In fact, there's sort of various techniques for building up molds around the molds to make them a lot stronger if you're doing this sort of thing regularly and you want it to last, but I think we're going to be good. I think we're there on that. Are you ready to see Catboy? It's going to come out soon. I'm just teasing it. Get the neck off. Woo-hoo-hoo! That is sweet. It's definitely coming out here. So there's just a bit of excess there. I'm just going to pull that off because that's going to... Now, what has Catboy got? Big
ears.
He does have big ears. That's exactly what I was looking for. And there you go. How cool is that? I mean, that is pretty much a Catboy bust. So I'm just, now it's soft, right? You don't want to squeeze that too much because you'll deform that before it's actually truly hardened. But it is a good time to sort of remove some of this excess stuff while it's sort of soft enough you can get rid of it with a blade. Because once that sets, all the fiberglass, everything will just reinforce all of that. You can still work it with regular tools. But, you know, just use the opportunity now just to get rid of some of that extra sort of flashing and things like that. So you've got those bits. Yes, mister.
It's a long time to wait.
It is a long time to wait. I admit it is a whole 10 minutes. So there you go. Hope that's been of some use to you and you have lots of fun making your own Catboy or other cat featured busts. But that's a quite a nice little paperweight. That's a good old little project there. As ever, thanks for watching.